Hello, Internet. How are we doing this evening? Morris and I would like to open up with a little song that was dedicated to Julie and Daryl, some long-time fans of the Meltdown. But it's about our downstairs neighbor who's a giant cokehead and she's getting kicked out. Got no style, got no grace, and no powder on her face. She's a little sniffer. Well, she's always in a jam, and she tries to sell a clam. We won't miss her. She's a cokehead. Whoa, 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 she's a cokehead. Talking about my little cokehead. And she lives downstairs. Welcome to the Meltdown, ladies and gentlemen. Your host of mine, Mr. Morris Bartlett.
Hello, Internet. Hello, live studio audience. How are you? Woo. Excellent. Hi, my name is Morris Bartlett. I am the king of this tiny square box on the Internet. I am your virtual friend so that you don't have to go outside. This is the Meltdown. We are joined, as always, by our band leader, my only friend with talent, the one and only, Ty Bizenalt. And we have a wonderful show for you tonight. I have some fantastic comedians and some good comedians. I'll let you decide which one is which. But first, we have to talk about the cokehead that lives downstairs. Oh my God.
Spill that tea. Let's do this.
All right, so where should we start? Should we start?
Where do you begin? Okay,
Uh,
I used to live downstairs at the house we live in now.
uh-huh.
When I've known this person for like a while, but she's just let off the fucking.
Right.
She's gone out the deep end a little bit.
Yes.
So I then moved upstairs, and then Morris lives with me now.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And-
I got adopted.
And let's just say that the behavior downstairs has not gotten any better.
Okay, so there's some examples. For instance, she theoretically owns a dog, right?
Yeah, there is a dog downstairs. Morris has never seen this dog.
No.
It's quite sad, actually.
I heard it bark once or twice weekly.
Yes.
By weekly, I mean, like, it sounded like it's on death's door. I don't believe
I don't
it's-
know the last time that this dog saw the sun. I'll be
I
honest
don't
with you.
think dogs can survive on diets of strictly cocaine the way people that can.
And it's not your regular. It's a Chihuahua, if that helps.
They are the cocaine dog.
They
that is
really
true.
are.
Yes, they are from the cocaine place to the
Yeah.
cocaine dog. She also is a big proponent of amplified middle of the night karaoke.
Bad. She runs karaoke, but she's the worst singer I've ever heard. Like I don't know how
it's
you run
caterwauling. It sounds like torture.
It's
bad.
Like, it's 3:30 in the morning and she's having a karaoke party.
Yep.
And like I'm dead asleep, but Morris is like,
I'm a night owl, so I'm up. But I'm like I had already jerked off, so I'm not even in my
ready to go to
underwear.
bed.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go to bed, and then suddenly I hear the fucking amp noise.
Copperhead
flick
Road
on.
from downstairs.
Yeah.
Fucking cranking.
So I put on some pants backwards, and I go down barefoot. I put and go down barefoot and shirtless and knock on her door, and she's having a full-blown party in there. I can hear them talking. Shut up! Shut up! I don't want anybody to know that you're here. Shut up!
Yeah, she
Shut up.
tries to block the door as if. Like,
Yeah.
we
So
don't
she,
know
and then
that.
she opens the door, so she's only just not even her front, just her side in like a weird little party dress. She's
Yeah.
disgusting. And she goes, what? And I'm like, it's 3:30 o'clock in the morning, and you're singing karaoke. Don't fucking do that. And I didn't raise my voice because it's the middle of the night, and I don't want to get the cops called on me. But I could have. I don't know, man. She's a mess. She did admit in a loud blowing up argument with the landlady's son.
This morning, yes.
Yeah. That we woke up to, that she has not showered in months.
Yeah, she claims that there's no hot water in the house, and she
I
did
had
this
a
once when I
nice-
lived downstairs, and I was like, no, there's hot water.
I had a nice hot shower today.
You just don't have any feeling left in your soul.
Yeah.
We
So,
hate it. This is just more of
anyways,
a
what we're
van-
saying
yeah.
is our drug addiction of just too much weed and occasional psychedelics is fine, and hers is not, because we live in a just society.
God damn it, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, that's enough of that.
All right. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. I think this is going to be good.
Bro.
We've got the world is halfway open again, so I've gotten to go hunt down what comedians are at the very cutting edge of shit that's open. So everything that's supposed to be a show but we know is going to get canceled last second, I've been showing up to that shit. And anybody who looks like they at least thought about themselves or their act at all through quarantine. I have fucking attacked them and with a net and kidnapped them and dragged them here, and I'm not releasing them until they make some fucking jokes for your goddamn faces. So I anticipate it's going to be tight.
Yeesh.
It's going to be very tight butthole tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to, should we just kick into it?
Let's do it.
Okay. Your first act, he was one of the weirdest creatures telling jokes even before all this happened. He has strong opinions about the taste of human milk and the kind of cheese it makes. He probably cannot be trusted around your grandparents. He's a wonderful, beautiful soul, and I hope that he gets arrested for his crimes, whatever they are. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a little love to the one and only Am Mangad.
Hey guys, so I've been hitting these mics for a smidge now, and a lot of the time, the host won't know who the fuck I am. So they'll be like, this next guy, never seen him before, give it up for blah blah blah. And it always throws me off, because they don't know anything about me, but I know everything about them, man. Because I'm straight creeping, dude, I'm heavy creeping. Most nights of the week, you can find me on the Facebook or in your bushes. And I'm actually the reason people need to make their Instagrams private. Because if you don't, you better believe I'm going to be slithering through your 012 bikini pics, girl. Straight leaking to them like unsealed mustard. And man, sometimes I creep so heavy, I forget that other people don't know how much I know about them. Like the other day, I went up to Susan. I was like, hey, Susan, how was your sister's hysterectomy? And she's just like, how do you know my name? And I was like, gotta go. That happens way too often, man. But I ain't no Crystalia, man. Like, I'll be honest, we got the same fetish, though. Like, a lot of these girls coming out, they're saying he apparently has a daddy dom little girl fetish. And I got the same thing, man. With the same thing. Like, if I see a girl who's just really, really strong, I say, can you be my daddy? Can you be my daddy? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I made boom boom in my diaper. Wait. You know? But speaking of sexy, you guys ever seen Forrest Gump? That's such a feel-good movie. I even cried when they brought out Gump Jr. Then I saw it again last week, and the whole time I just kept thinking, Jenny's just a gold-digging bitch, man. She only wants him for his shrimping money. Let's be real. She's trying to sucker this poor autismo out of all his shit. And if poor Forrest just had a little more sense, he'd be like, Jenny, I want a prenup, Jenny. Hear me out, man. In the middle of the movie, Jenny's like, you'll never know how to love a woman, Forrest. You're too stupid. Then he gets rich as fuck from shrimping, and all of a sudden, it's come, Forrest, come. How do we even know that kid is his? I never seen no wiener in bun. Who knows what was going on under those sheets? She could have just been rubbing his kneecap and been like, this is sex, Forrest. And he's like, duh. This is your son, Forrest. Boo. All right, thanks, guys. It's been nice.
Oh, good. I'm fucking glad. Listen, going into this, you were like, who? Who's that fucking guy? And
That
I was like,
fucking, yeah.
I know, right?
I was so stoked about that.
Psychotic.
That
The
was
dude's
great.
broken.
Yeah.
He's got a
Definitely
problem.
not Crystalia, but close.
No, that's he went boom boom.
Dude, that whole crew is going down right now.
Yeah?
It just feels like Joey Diaz got a bunch of shit.
Right.
And D'Elia. I feel like everyone's going to be locked inside of Joe Rogan's compound. It's going to be like a Waco situation.
Yeah, they're gonna set fire to it, and Joe Rogan's gonna be like, "I have bows and arrows.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
have bows and arrows.
Yeah. Let us podcast in peace.
I had Gary Johnson on my show. That's a presidential candidate."
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's not really making a strong argument for
No.
not getting murdered by the FBI or the
No.
ATF. Hey,
No, Eddie Bravo already thinks he works for them, so.
yeah,
Yeah.
Did they
so-
stop becoming friends? We don't have real friends, and so therefore podcasters become our fake friends.
Truth. Me and Theo Von are tight.
Yeah, listen, I'm very tight with Theo Von, and he's never heard of me. It's great. Okay, all right. We have I went and got a weird thing. You guys trust me to go get weird things, and so I went and got you a weird thing. What I got you was a pair of stand-up comedians, or I don't know, comedians of some kind. They're doing sketches. We're doing sketches right now. I know. I found two weirdos, one of whom I know, one of whom I just met. He seems very funny. They're both, I assume, wonderful. We're about to find out. Let's see what weird fucking quarantine art has come out of their goddamn brains. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to your help. Please help me welcome to the stage Garrett Morin and Coringa Wells. Yeah.
Spit on the tip. This isn't part of the sketch. This is just a setting.
Could be. Work it in.
Very esoteric. Now we're going into the sketch.
We're doing it. Yes, this is a sketch. This is a car, by the way. Garrett, check it out. Check it out. The new Honda 2014 Accord. You ready to take a ride?
Looks nice, man.
Oh, dude, check it out. Check it out. We got the power windows. We got a sunroof. Look at the stars at night. And we got a air conditioning. We got a CD player with Bluetooth capabilities. Dude, you ready?
Looks good. Yeah.
All right. I mean,
yeah.
this
I guess.
car
I
is
mean,
in mint condition, and we're gonna keep it in maximum retail value. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
okay.
But I'm not like one of those other guys, like one of those like absurd, like, ooh, I have so many rules. One of those like extreme car guys. Okay. I mean, this car is all about good times. It's good times mobile.
Looks really good.
Okay, well, okay. There's a one rule. There's a few rules. Just gotta just get it out of the way. If you got a granola bar, I do declare you must finish your granola bar before entering the way. Okay, I mean that's a
okay.
no-brainer. We don't want crummies. You don't want crummies. I don't want crummies. Yeah.
It's 2014. I totally
It's
understand.
2014. I'm not crazy. Great, let's hop in.
Okay.
You worked out today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Garrett, I know you like to get your sweat on, but you weren't getting your sweat on my 2014 Honda Accord. Just gonna pop this down for you. Pop that over here. Put that right on the seat. Thanks, my man.
Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool. Yeah.
let's get in here. You know, if you get your sweat on my seat, I might have to put a whooping on your muscle-bound booty. All right, tough guy? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Yeah, this is, I think we're almost ready. The weight seem off to you? The weight, like the distribution on the axle?
I've gained some pounds. Yes.
Okay, well, no, this is no big deal. I think we can counter this. I'm gonna grab like a rock, I think, just to, there we go. Holy shit. There we go, baby. This is awesome. Now we got equal weight on the axle. We are talking equal weight distribution. We're talking maximum torque. Give it up. High five right here. Yes. Yes. All right. Ready to go. You know what? And you might think, yeah, he's got a few uptight rules or something. This is just what we're going to do to keep it totally fresh. We're going to keep the car in mint condition this way. Okay? You ready?
Yeah. You guess. Yeah. Let's get going.
Well, before you, I'm not saying you have to be silent in the car, but if you are going to speak, I just want you to just be mindful. Okay, we don't want to use like hard consonants. Because that can, that scratches, this create abrasive airwaves. It can scratch the paint. You know, we don't want that. All right, I mean, you scratch the paint, I'll fucking kill you. Dude, I'm kidding though. Dude, look at your face. Dude, I'm kidding. You're so uptight.
Look, man, I might just take the bus.
Take the
I
bus
might
to
take the
Metro Town. It's 2 zones. You don't have that kind of money. Come on, dude. It's,
I think they'll just let me on.
come on. Just, we still gotta pick up the balloons.
I'm okay.
Garrett, come on.
I'm okay.
Just,
You have a rock on.
can you help me get my rocks off at least?
No,
Not
no,
like that.
I'm okay. I'm just gonna go.
Garrett, please. You're my counter. Wait.
I'm just gonna go. That sketch was done and written. Our proud sponsor is Dr. Alfredo's Medical Spaghetti. Are you sick of your pills coming in pill form? Then you get Dr. Alfredo's Medical Spaghetti.
Pass the medicine over to me.
This next sketch will end soon, but it is the next sketch we just like to call 90 quarter turn interviews. Hello, my name is Garrett Moran. I'm here at Quarter Turn Interviews. Our special guest will be horticultural specialist, Mr. Coringa Wells. Let's give him a round of applause. He's here to discuss perennials and annuals and the flower season and seedings coming up.
Well, this is an exciting time in the flower biz. We like to all just we get a little crazy around now because we start seeing.
Could you move your knees into a 90 like
Sure,
a quarter? It's called quarter turn interviews. Can you just put your knees?
There isn't
quarter-
much space over here.
Just
you're
please,
taking up
I
most
can't
of the-
interview you if you're not at a quarter turn. It's the name of the show.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so
Anyways, if you actually followed my blog, which talks about perennials, it talks about annuals, it talks about my perineum, which I
that
have to massage daily. There's an ointment I use.
is this
I
ointment
take it
based
out
on
of the
horticulture?
perennials. Yes, I use the perennial flower. I grind it up.
Could you please move your knees in at?
I'm
No,
feeling
you're.
uncomfortable
I can't even
here
interview
in
you when
this
you're not at a quarter
space.
turn.
I'm just.
You're moving the chair. You don't move the chair.
Okay, but
It's called It's called quarter turn interviews. Please,
But
please.
Why is
We have.
this?
I have people.
I don't understand the premise of quarter turn because, like, I got here, the chairs were.
The
all-
most relaxing conversation happens at a quarter turn.
I don't feel relaxed right now. If I'm being completely
Just could you,
honest,
if you're going to talk to me, please bring your knees in to talk to me. That is the interview.
I'm just going to turn slightly this way, just so I can see you.
You're off. You're off. A little bit in. A little bit in. Like bring this knee in, okay? So we were talking about your perennium.
About my perennials. Yeah, it's been exciting, and I am a big fan of the show. I saw Michelle Obama's babysitter was on here. That
She
hired
was a
once.
perfect lady. Her knees didn't move at all.
Well, I don't think I'm moving too much. I mean, and by the way, you should have really told me like the stage cues beforehand.
Did you not watch the show beforehand?
Well, they don't. Yeah, they don't berate the guests on the show usually.
They
Or
do-
Does this get edited out? This probably gets edited out.
I probably will be. That's the end, folks. Thank you very much.
Oh. So in all that, I felt super attacked. Did you see that? That was okay. For starters, I want to say I would like, if you're not offended, I would like to reach out to Dr. Alfredo's Medical Spaghetti and have them sponsor the show all the time. We've been looking for sponsors, and that shit is super important. Is that okay if we get sponsored by your fake medical? That was delightful. Also,
Hold on, what would the jingle be?
what would the jingle be for Dr. Alfredo's Medical Spaghetti? Oh God! All right, I think that's something we're gonna work on. Also, watching them have like a petty, pedantic, snarky argument about the format of a show reminded me of every argument I have with every performer that's on this show ever. I feel really seen and heard and felt. So thank you very much for that, guys.
Finally, dude.
Cool, that's great. Okay, we have 2 more acts. This is going to be delightful. Your next act, he's a strong, longtime friend of the show. We love him. We're cheering for him. We hope eventually he gets his life sorted out. Let's hear him tell us about what's been going on for him. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the one and only Robert Peng.
You guys are talking about your crackhead neighbor, but you left out an important detail. What's her number? Jesus Christ! Right? Every fucking I would fuck her. Like I would be tender with her. I will support her coke habit because I have a lot of money, and also because I'm Asian. And don't read too much into that joke. But if you do, it's really dark joke. Anyway, yes, because I'm Chinese and like Chinese. No, I'm not gonna go into it. We imported the bad cocaine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, God damn. Yeah. Yes, we we did. I'm sorry that we did that. I am not part of the race, but
You
that
don't
just
seem
happened.
that sorry.
Yeah. But I would fuck her though. Like how old is she? How old is she?
Well, like, I don't know. She's like 35 going on like 112. Like, she looks, like, we call her Coke Troll. Like, that's what, she's a
Coke
troll.
troll.
She's a troll who lives in
Coke.
the basement and does lots of Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally,
the Coke,
yeah.
The Coke, yeah. But like if you take out the Coke, if the body fixes itself, right? Like that's how.
The irony. She does look like a Muppet, though. It's very, like...
Jeez, do you have a picture?
No, sir.
God damn it! Wait, you don't take a picture of your neighbor? No, that's like if they steal your shit. They steal your shit, you can like show the picture to the police, and the police will.
That's why you take pictures of
Yeah,
your
right,
neighbor.
right. I do that all the time, and I put like booby traps and shit. I put like Amazon boxes that are booby trapped.
Okay,
and then,
so
like,
I got to ask you questions now.
yeah.
So you move into a place,
Yeah.
and then you go to your neighbors
Yeah,
and you
you
say,
invi-
I got to take a picture
Yeah,
of you.
yeah, you invite everyone to a party
You
and
and
be
the
like,
whole family.
group picture.
Stand in front of this wall with a height marker on it.
Yeah.
Just in case you
Yeah.
steal some of my shit
no,
later.
No, it'll be like a cool painting. It'll be a painting of buildings, but secretly that is hide marker. Yeah.
This is the reason you can't get laid. I'm just letting you know.
No, this is the reason I will get laid
One of
because
the
I'm
many
secure.
reasons.
I am very secure. I protect my properties. Okay, listen, my mailbox is broken once. There's like a booby trap envelope in there now. It's filled with anthrax and like I fucking. Yeah. I did that, dude. Okay, I'm not taking advice from a terrorist, but like it's a good idea to have an anthrax envelope because it works, right? The anthrax works in the envelope. It stores properly. That's why they have. No, what?
What? Zipper glitter.
Yeah, and then I like have an Amazon Prime box instead of glitter is like an IRA nail bomb. That's what. That's what it is. Oh, that's not too soon. The IRA has been gone for a long time. Ireland is. Are they back? Then why the fuck is Ireland part of the National Security Council? How is Canada not? Dude, Ireland, get your shit together. Why are you part of? This is more political than I realized. But I read a thing how Canada lost its seat to the National Security Council to the Ireland, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm part Canadian. I'm more Canadian than Chinese, and I don't support that decision. It's because Trudeau keep fucking up with China. That's what happens. It's just Winnie the Pooh will always win in the end. Yeah. The win. How many people watch this? 200. Shit. All right. Don't worry. They don't know who I am. They'll look for Robert Peng in China. They'll try to hunt down Robert Peng, but like I am, my real name is not Robert Peng. It's our pseudonym. Yeah, but like we all look the same, so like it's they're not gonna find shit. Like I don't have a beard. Like yeah, I'm pretty sure the beard throws them all off because like if you go back to China, everybody does not have a beard on. Like when I went back to China, I had to shave my beard off because it's to trick the cameras. What? What the fuck?
I can't. Whatever.
Oh, speaking of beard, do I have a neck beard? Is this what a neck beard is?
Give me a little up.
Is it?
Yeah,
What the
a
fuck
little-
is a neck beard?
A little near. Yeah, a little
Yeah,
near.
like this part is a neck beard. Like so, if I shave, what do I have to shave to not have a neck beard? Because like I am
pubes.
living the fucking stereotype right now. Like this is bullshit.
Okay, so I learned this as a young bearded
Yeah.
man
Yeah.
when I was a teenager. I found out that neck beard is not actually anything to do with your neck or your jaw or your face.
Yeah.
Neck beard is strictly a state of mind.
What the fuck?
And then also, it's whether or not your beard is ugly.
What? Okay. Dude, fuck. Well, okay, first of all, single dudes, the only thing, okay, I have a fat face, okay? There's nothing I could do to lose weight on my face. I am a shouty comic. I shout a lot. I use a lot of my mouth muscle, yet my face is still fat. Like, what the fuck? Like,
According to chat,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do indeed have a neck beard.
I do have a neck beard? Son of a, fuck up! Who said that? Do we know who said that? No, okay, listen, you piece of shit, okay? I have a fat face. The only way to make my face look thinner is to, like, grow a beard, because growing a beard covers it up. It's like a girl who's contouring, okay? This is the male version of contouring. I have to grow... Yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. So don't bash a guy with a neck beard, right? Why don't we go with another term besides incel? I still don't know what that is. That is actually a state of mind, I think, because I'm not incel. Okay, I just haven't got laid. Like I don't want to drive a garbage truck into the middle. I do have nail bomb in front of my house, but I don't. This is for security. That's not for terrorism. All right, I'm Chinese. I do know how to make a bomb, but like no. No, I'm not. I'm not in for the terrorism. Jesus, this entire set has been about terrorism. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, you can save it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Right. It's hard. It's hard to date, but I'm
Neckbeard,
not
I got
an
it.
incel. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm an insulin. Is that what he said? Oh, God damn it! I'm an insulin because I'm in. I don't know where I'm going with that. But no, there are fate worse than being like an incel though. Like let's be honest. Like there are, like I saw this the worst fucking television show ever. Like I saw a show called 70 Day Fiance. Yeah. It's a show about guys trying to get, guys and girls try to date for a visa. That's literally the show's premise. No, it's 70 days. It's totally 70 days.
It's 90 days.
say 90 days.
90
Yeah, it's
days?
90
God
days.
damn. All right. We were all wrong. Yeah, Tanner says it's 90 days. But like that fucking show is the worst because you know, like first of all, the dude who's trying to date like the American person is never gonna get laid because like that's their goal to get laid by offering something they don't have like a visa. Like that's my plan Z for getting laid. By the way, is to find a girl who's want to fuck my visa, but like that show, like then the girl who's trying to get the visa isn't gonna get what she wants, right? Like let's be honest, in Trump America, like illegal immigrant. Okay, that's a premise I was working up. I didn't even watch the show. I saw like clips of the show. I'm like, this is such a stupid.
What clips did you see of it?
I saw this.
I'm not
I
gonna
thought
see
the one where like
The no neck guy with the Filipino.
yeah.
The best dude.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
he's
fucking
just like
that was
the-
crazy.
She makes him do all this shit too.
Yeah,
Gotta go
and then
shower with
she's
my
not
dad.
even gonna fuck him. She's
In
never
the
gonna fuck him.
Philippines, it's
Oh
the
my God,
best.
I
It's
don't
this
know.
awkward
Jesus
pet.
Christ. Like she looks like a porn star, but like apparently her breast smells bad. So she was like, "Oh, your breast is not pretty," and I was like, "Oh my God, okay, that's a fucking dumb premise that I thought of." I didn't even think it was funny, but it was good. It's good shit. Oh my God, what else? I just had to talk about it. It was weird. It was a weird show that I was gonna apply for, but like no, I wasn't. I was never gonna apply for that. All right, that's been me, Robert. That was me, Robert Bang. Yay!
Robert Pang, everyone. We keep him on here mostly to keep tabs on him. That's fantastic.
I like how he said that his plan Z was to get the visa.
Right.
Like, dude, you're at plan like Y1/2 right now.
Yeah,
So, like,
honestly.
let's get going.
I have
with
known
this.
you for several years, and I have watched you go through so many plans.
Dude, I watched you go through the Chinese alphabet with that shit.
You know what plan I haven't seen you go through? Lift a heavy thing. I'm just saying. Lift some weights. All right. Can't do it. Also, I like that he's taking all of his advice from terrorists. That's fine. Okay, listen, I don't want to talk too much shit about Robert Pang taking life advice from terrorists because I keep a copy of the Unabomber's Manifesto in my inside pocket at all times, so I get it. You know, the Industrial Revolution has been a disaster for mankind. With that said, let's get one of our favorite friends of the show on. This dude is an evil fuck in his heart. He has a lot of strong opinions about movies, and he can't enjoy things. He can't enjoy things if other people enjoy them. He's a delight. It's my pleasure to work with him. It's my pleasure to bring him back to the show. Let's give a little love. Our final comic of the evening, the one and only Dylan Reimer.
I got issues with that intro. Do I need a con? I'm barebacking it.
Raw dogging.
Did I mention that last time I was here? The guy who licked a statue? I think I did. This is my second time, and yeah, and I can't remember if it was here. Anyways, yeah, that's political discourse. The guy licked a statue of John A. MacDonald. I know. That's exactly. Yeah, it was like this big like political, because apparently I'm political and I have opinions, and I can't enjoy anything except this guy. That is political discourse in this country now. Is just licking statues to prove a point. It's just like, screw you, Antifa! Ah! Like he just goes. What point was he trying to make? I still can't figure out. Like it was clearly a big demonstration for him. It's like something to do with COVID, presumably. You know.
Artist pointed that.
So you should like lick. I'm gonna lick racism. I don't know. It's been a bad month for the statue of John A. MacDonald.
Maybe there's
and statues everywhere. They have. Gassy Jack. They're gonna get rid of Gassy Jack, just because he married a 14-year-old. I did look it up. Yeah, they're actually opening a museum, which is the fuck. Who's that? Never mind. It was a football coach, and he was a horrible pedo. I wasn't planning on doing this material.
Sandusky.
Well, you know what? I think actually.
His name is Sandusky.
Oh, I thought. Is it not Joe Paterno?
I might be mistaken.
I believe it is. Yes. Anyways, the punchline was supposed to be the Joe Paterno. Never mind. The Joe Paterno Museum for Pedophile Statues. That was because I looked it up and they had to remove one of Woody Allen, and they removed Michael Jackson would get his own wing. They had to take down like 17 Michael Jackson statues, and so I'm kind of proud that Gassy Jack is playing with the big boys. You know, finally Canadians represent. It was. I think I got a bit of a suntan. I got a bit of a burn. Hey, like a bit. So, I can't take Sky. I'm terrified of taking public transit now. I had to come here from New West. I was working out in New West, and I had to come here. And it's just like, I put on my mask, and I put on my condoms for whatever reason. I get on the SkyTrain, and then like a bunch of teenagers get on, and none of them are wearing them. They're all high-fiving and coughing and shit. So I freak out, and I get off the train, and I get back on the train after a few minutes, and a whole bunch of other people get on, and they're not wearing masks or gloves, and I get off, and then I cry in a bush, and then I wait 20 minutes. It took me 2.5 hours to get here from Metrotown. Yeah. This works so much better with people. I wonder. It is. But this is the sacrifice that I will make to appease my massive ego. Oh, I know, but can't we have like a big wall of televisions of them just like shaking their heads and
Tanner,
not laughing?
Next week, televisions.
Yeah, like a big Elvis wall of TVs. What's that? I think we would.
They're not all on chat roulette.
Oh yeah, chat roulette.
Just a wall of chat roulette.
It was just
good.
all masturbation from what I hear. Yeah, it was just wank roulette. Yeah. Back in my day, you had to pick up a phone and pay like $7 a minute. And they get the lonely guys. At like 1 o'clock in the morning, you'd be watching like a rerun of Head of the Class or something. And then like Yeah, it was always like head of the class. It was the only time it was ever on was at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, you know? And Arvid, what a nerd. And then it would go to commercial, and it would be immediate like porno line, right? And one of the best ones was it's just like sexy chicks and phones, like old rotary phones. Like, and it's so dated at this point. Like, if they had televisions back in like the 19th century, it'd be like, you know, the big like, patch me through to 313 or whatever, and they're just rubbing it on their fucking bosoms. You know, they're on their petticoats. But one of them was a sexy chick, and she's all like, you can't talk in the bar. You can talk on the phone, right? And she's basically just saying, you can't masturbate in a bar. You can masturbate on the phone. And I miss the good old infomercial. That's one thing you don't get on Netflix. They should just put them on there. Because I did a show with a comic named Carter Horty, who you should ask to be on this show. Carter's fantastic, Vancouver guy, very funny. And one of the first guys I ever went on the road with. And we were sharing a hotel room, and then the infomercials came on, and there was this one product that was being sold. It was called the Egg Extractor, and it was egg related, you know, not extract, egg, the Egg Extractor. And what the Egg Extractor did was it would remove the shells from hard-boiled eggs like that. And it's like, you can release the shells of 18,000 eggs in 30 minutes or just whatever, right? And it's just, you see someone just like, and you also see like a dude having a hard time just getting the shell off of a hard-boiled egg or whatever, right? And then at the very end, the best part was the Egg Extractor uses 100% real science. Which is 100% real science. I don't even know what the most ridiculous thing about that phrase is. 78% real science, and they fill in the rest Jurassic Park style with like the dark arts.
Yeah.
Like voodoo. It's like it's a 1/3 evil eggshell removing device. It only gets rid of 2/3 of the egg. God, I miss the 90s. Those are good times. Okay. Oh, Eddie Bravo, by the way. Conspiracy. When he's the guy I don't have an issue with in that crew you were talking about. Like, all of a sudden, Eddie Bravo, I'm like, well, Eddie Bravo wasn't like, I don't give stage time to women unless they give me blowjobs. Yeah, fucking Eddie Bravo. Oh, conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy nuts are the best. Because they're sneaky with their conspiracy theories. Because a lot of times you'll agree with like two things they say, and the third thing they'll spring on you. It'll be like, look, the rich just keep getting richer, and the poor keep getting poorer, and there's just this enormous financial divide. Sure. And that's because back in 1895, the IMF, blah, 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 deregulated the world trade markets, and therefore, they wanted to make sure that whoever was president couldn't actually affect any real change. Yeah, okay. And that's why rich people are made of lizards. And you're like, what? You ever have that conversation with someone where you're like, the lizard thing, right? We all know the David Icke lizard thing. And I've asked this to a number of people, and nobody can give me an answer. Do they like literally believe that rich people are made of lizards? Is this? Nobody can believe that. David Icke? Right. And other people are just like, you make sense. All right, figuratively, right, yes. No, I get that. But I have had people look me in the eye and go like, no, dude, rich people are made of lizards. Like they're a different species.
Alex Jones is on that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah. No,
Psychic
lizard people for sure. I can hear it.
Yeah, I definitely mentioned this last time I was here, but it does make me laugh because I saw Alex Jones. He's obsessed with sterilization of the poor. They're out there trying to sterilize the working poor, sheeple. They're going to sterilize. They're putting drugs that turn the frogs gay into our flour. It's because they're trying to sterilize the working poor. And I'm like, man, I grew up in Surrey. I want to sterilize the working poor. Like, I don't think it's such a bad idea. Like, if it was an option, like if you knew what you were getting into. But Alex Jones one day was all, he's like, well, I'm sorry, sir. I will not eat a muffin that has been designed to sterilize me. And I was like, I would totally eat that muffin. Like, I had to have an operation. I had to wait weeks. My balls were all swollen up with an ice pack. I could have just eaten a muffin. Okay, conspiracy nuts. Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Dads watching this while ignoring your children. Or, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there's any dads actually watching. There's probably a few. Statistically, there must be a few watching this. Of the 250, a few of them must have reproduced. Good day. Hey, if you love photos of men with their shirts off lying on the couch with a baby, is it just me? I've seen this photo so many fucking times, and it just always grosses me out. I don't know. It's just like, ew, put on a shirt before you hold your naked baby on the couch. I know you don't have to, but what do they think is so fucking appealing about that? You're like, oh, look at me and my naked. All I can think of is a baby just diarrheaing all over the dude's stomach. That's a photo I would look at, you know. Or the videos. My girlfriend, she loves dogs and she loves babies, right? And I don't really care for either of those things, but dogs are all right. But yeah, she showed me this video. It was trending yesterday. It's a video, and it's like this dude had a puppy and a baby, and then the two of them grew up together, and you hear like, I believe the children are the future, or whatever. And it's this dog, and then you see the baby, and it's just like, oh, the dog being nice to the baby, the dog lying down next to the baby, and the dog bringing a fucking bone over to the baby or whatever, right, you know? But for some reason, for the full 2 minutes of this video, it never even once occurred to me that it was the same baby. I thought it was just this weird dog that was going around and like hanging out with random babies. So much more interesting. Anyways, I saw you look at the clock. How much time do I have? Are you sure? Mm-hmm. There's a finite amount of time and space in the universe. They proved it. Okay. You know what? Can I tell a long story? Okay. So if you got a dad, you should totally. My dad was a weird one. Every time you see like ads for dads, ads for dads. Cash, ask cash, dads or grads. No one rides for free. Yeah, it's always like, get dad what he wants this fucking Father's Day, and it's always like a power tool, you know, or some sporting thing like a ball, I think they call them, and it was never my dad. Like my dad was an alcoholic poet, so like it would have had to have been like a bottle of Baby Duck and the best of Charles Bukowski. Get dad what he really wants, but it was never, Baby Duck and the best of Charles Bukowski. I'm kidding. He had better taste than that. T.S. Eliot. But yeah, yeah. And son of a writer. That's me. Son of a writer. Told him, and he was Christian too. I told him I was an atheist, and my dad, he had had a few drinks, and he was going quiet, because he was Christian, and he's like, "You're an atheist?" I was like, "Yeah." "You don't believe in God?" I'm like, "That's what it means." He goes, "So what you're telling me is you think T.S. Eliot is retarded?" And I was just like, pardon the R word, but that's a direct quote, what he said. And I was just like, no, I just think T.S. Eliot and I would have had, philosophical disagreements. No, he insisted that because I didn't believe in God, that meant that I discredited the entire works of T.S. Eliot. Anyways, boy, it's getting depressing. But
it's Father's Day, dude. It'll do it.
It is Father's Day. I don't know. Doesn't Father's Day just feel like it's like a bad sequel? It's like that RoboCop remake that nobody wanted. Just like all right, Dad, Father's Day. Here's a hot dog and a blowjob. Shut up. Get Dad what he really wants: a plate of hot dogs and a blowjob. Anyways, yeah, my dad died, and so he's not around anymore. Oh my God. And okay, the only memory I have of my dad actually being in my family is because I grew up in like Fort Langley area. And we didn't have a lot of money, and so I really can't remember what I've already done. I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we got to see like one movie a year. That's all we could afford, and we'd all pile into the VW Bug back in like 1979, So in like 79, like 1979, maybe 80, we had like our one annual family movie, and we all piled in the VW. We drove into the big city, into New Westminster, and there were two movie theaters, and we were all going to go see Herbie Goes Bananas. And I really wanted to see Herbie Goes Bananas because we had a VW Bug, right? Yeah, because we had a VW Bug, and Herbie was a VW Bug, and this was going to be a fucking mind-blowing, like fourth wall breaking, like the Avatar of its day. Just like, holy shit, it's real. But my dad didn't realize that the theater like down the street was showing The Empire Strikes Back, and my parents' marriage was already kind of on the rocks, and you could just see my dad like doing the math in his head, and he's like this hippie guy with the big bell bottoms and all that. He's like, "Oh, Liz, I didn't realize Star Wars 2 was playing down the block." And she's like, my mom's like, "Wayne, okay, Wayne, if you'd rather go see some stupid space movie than spend quality time with your family, see you later, Liz." And then he just like ran, like the second she even slightly was on board with the idea. And I just remember his big legs like running down the street. If you've ever seen Yellow Submarine, the way the Beatles, remember the weird way the Beatles walk in that movie? That was him running like, yeah, and then they got divorced. So in a roundabout way, Boba Fett caused my parents' divorce, amongst other galactic atrocities. Although he didn't really do much, Boba Fett. He froze Han.
But it.
What
A lot of threats.
What's that?
A lot of threats.
Well, yeah.
A lot of threats.
But he's just like a guy in an Ed Hardy t-shirt. Like what if that outfit he wears is actually the douchiest thing you can wear in space, and it only looks cool to us because we're stupid people. It's like, fuck. Anyways, yeah. So I went to England. I did some shows in 2013, and I got to go to Croatia, which was really amazing. And if you have a chance, anyone online or in this room, go. It's amazing. It's like being a millionaire, but a millionaire in the year 1994. It's like. It's amazing. It really feels like you've gone back in time, you know, because in my hotel room, every time I turn on the TV, for a week, Baywatch was on. Like every fucking time, like it didn't matter the channel, I would turn it on. It was Baywatch. It's like they put Baywatch on 20 years ago and then just like forgot to turn it off, and it's just been running in Croatia ever since. And you can smoke everywhere. And I was sitting in a cab and I'm like, holy shit, cabbie, can I smoke in your cab? He's like, it's required. I'm like, oh man. And we're driving around smoking. I'm like, I can't believe I'm smoking in the cab. This is incredible. I look out and like people are walking down the street smoking, and moms are smoking, pushing baby carriages, and the babies are lighting the mom's cigarette because they're like good Croatian babies. And I'm like, hey cabbie, can you smoke at the library? He's like, yes. I'm like, can you smoke in coffee shops? He's like, yes. I was like, can you smoke at the hospital? He's like, it's best place to smoke. You get cancer, you go in another room, they fix you, you come out, you pick up your cigarette. Welcome to Croatia. And I was like, haven't you ever had a smoking ban here? He goes like, well, we tried smoking ban for a couple months, but nobody like. Like just nobody like. That's how easy it is to repeal a health and safety bylaw. Anyways, yeah. So then I went to England, and I had I was playing theaters and stuff in Croatia because I felt like a rock star. And then I go to England, and it wasn't quite the same because I forgot that. You know, when you think England, you think like a James Bond or a Doctor Who. You think sophisticated, Downton Abbey, you know. And then I got to the town where I was working. It was a place called Leicester, and the people's like DNA is tenuously held together with like, chip batter and the foam off a pint of Guinness. And I was just like, oh right, they invented white trash in England. Like this is where it comes from. Like we're the new white trash. Anyways, I had this horrible fucking show. And I wake up the next day, and the manager has fired me from the club. So I'm out of work. I have like 4 shows canceled. I'm broke, and they kicked me out of the hotel room. So I have to leave in 90 minutes. And I checked my cell phone, and it was an old flip phone, and it was just 2 words from my sister. And I thought those words would be happy birthday, but the words were actually Dad died. So yeah, Dad died on my birthday. Did I mention that it was my birthday? Anyways. Pretty bad, right? Yeah, except if you knew Wayne Reimer, you'd know that like he probably hung on until my birthday just because it would be hilarious. Like he's like, what time is it? 11:57. Must keep the heart beating for 3 more minutes. The boy will find it hilarious. And then I do find it hilarious. And then so I got kicked out of this fucking hotel room, and I got a bag of chips, and I was eating. I actually chipped a tooth. Like this is like I've been awake for about 45 minutes. I chipped a tooth. My dad is dead. I'm homeless. I'm broke. And I take the Greyhound down to London, which if you're taking a Greyhound, your day's not getting any better. I'm just going to highlight that. And then it turns out my birthday is England's birthday. It's like their Canada Day. So I couldn't find a hotel or a hostel anywhere. And so I just slept in the park. And mercifully, it didn't rain. And so the next day I got up and I went to this coffee shop across the street, and I thought I had just enough money on my card to get a cup of coffee and then just like throw some cold water on my face and figure out what the hell has gone on with my life. And I walk into the coffee shop, and now in the last 24 hours, I've been rendered homeless. I've lost out on $2,000 worth of work. I chipped a tooth. I slept in the park, and my dad's dead. and this is in the last 24 hours. And I walk into the coffee shop, and the song playing on the stereo was that Daniel Powder song from a few years ago that just goes, because you had a bad day, you had a bad day. I'm not even joking. This actually happened. And I got this big old black duffel bag, right? Because I've been carrying around because I'm a broke Canadian comic. And it's just like, you had a bad day. And I'm just like, course, a fucking course. Yeah, and that's when I snapped. I was like, ah, ah, ah. I started laughing like a serial killer. And then I look up and there's like this teenage girl who works there, and she doesn't know the context of this. She just saw some weird red-haired guy like with like grass on his face, covered in dirt, and a big, huge fucking duffel bag. Like walk in and start laughing. I'm like, it's okay. My father died. Ah! Because nothing in that song is all that bad. Everything in the song is just arbitrary, like, you forgot to return your books to the library, so there's a 50-cent fine. Your bread was moldy, so you couldn't have toast. Or what, it's not really bad. Like, the lyrics are not like, you had a bad day, you're in a foreign country, you slept in the park, and your father is dead, you had a bad day. It would be a better song, I think. So happy Father's Day, everybody. I think it's what. If you got a dad, if you love him. No, I don't know. I don't get dads. Good night, everybody. Yeah, okay. No, seriously, dads are awesome. If you are one, congratulations. Job well done. You're gonna die sooner than your wife, and hopefully outlive your children. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Marty.
Okay, so when I found out that his dad was an alcoholic poet, that made perfect sense, right?
Oh yeah.
That dude is his dad, isn't he? He's the later version. Instead of being into T.S. Eliot, he's into VHSs, right? He's still a poet. I don't think he's alcoholic now, but I bet he's played with it before, and that's probably his retirement plan, right? Okay, also, I was having a discussion with him about movies and TV and shit that's good to watch, and I brought up that The Mandalorian is fucking great, and he disagreed because he's wrong, and he said there's only 3 things that are good about Star Wars. He said Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Those are the only 3 good things about Star Wars. And now that I've discovered that The Empire Strikes Back broke up his parents' marriage, that makes sense. That makes sense, right? Okay. This show worked out. It worked out okay, didn't it? It was all right. It started a little mad, but it kind of found its power, right? Chat, thank you guys for contributing to the show. You know what to do. Click all the buttons, send us money, see my Amazon wish list. I'm trying to save up for a bison. Whatever the fuck it is you want to do, however you want to support the show. Maybe buy a button. Find out somewhere you can buy a button that says Meltdown, and then send me $5 about it. I gotta go. I haven't smoked pot all day, and my only job now is to smoke pot, so let's do that. I have been Morris Bartlett. This has been Ty Bizenalt. You were watching The Meltdown. I've been wonderful. You've been wonderful. Have a great night. Bye. She's a cokehead. My little cokehead. Whoa, whoa. Hopefully not for long. Ideally, somebody fistfights her on the way out.